Hey everyone. Alright. Let me know if the music's too loud. I just have some like background music and everything just to kind of make this a little less, you know, static. So just let me know if the music is too loud for you guys. If so, I can turn it down. We're going to wait for a few more people to get in here and uh, fill up the room a little bit before we start get going. Hey Paper, what's going on? How are you? So to kind of preface this off, we are going to be going through the world tour of what we have going on for Isles of Meta today. I've been hastily getting everything upgraded to our new textures. That's why I have the screen side by side today, so you guys can kind of get a first glimpse at what we've been changing and how it's looking and where we're kind of at. So um, as you can see, left to right, this is the original file. This is what everybody knows as Isles. Over here is everything that I've been upgrading it to. So as you can see, we have a new ground foliage. If I zoom in to this, you'll be able to see that there is indeed now flowing grass. Whereas over here, it was more or less just a standard type of gaming foliage. So this is one of the biggest upgrades that I can demonstrate at this present moment while we wait for people to come in. Um, so yeah, that's a good look for you guys. Hey Vampeel, what's going on? What's going on? Um, but yeah, so I'll get started here. We've got quite a few people coming in. All right, so as you can see, we have, new sky. We have different, aspects of how the sky looks, the ocean, the lighting. We've really been doing a lot of um, upgrades. I will soon minimize this folder so we can just kind of run through all of this. I have put some islands and different things out in the water, whereas here it was just kind of plain everything. Hey, blue collar. Um, and so yeah, it's been a lot of fun really getting to upgrade this. And so I wanted to do this demonstration because this is also demonstrating that yes, we are utilizing a ton of the profits that we make from our mints, that we are continually growing and making the project and the world better and better day by day, so that I can give you guys the best experience possible, right? So this is the biggest thing I can do for you, and being as transparent as possible with how the project is coming, how it's evolving. So with that being said, we're gonna dive in. So take a last look at this. This is where we came from, and this is where we're at now. Um, the university also has been a little bit upgraded. We have skylights in the university building. I do have some foliage to place down and everything, but we're getting there. So there's the new difference in here. As you can see, it's a little bit more open, a little bit more lit. Very just, yeah. There's not much words. So when somebody owns an island in Isles of Meta, it does gateway over to another level so that nobody has to actually consider uh, their neighbor. And so that way you guys can build up as much as you can. It was a way that I wanted to optimize. And so this is the 400, so this will actually gateway over to Hideaway, which actually has been upgraded. So you'll actually get to see the original Hideaway, or I shouldn't say the original, the second version of Hideaway. But you will have this house that you can do anything that you want with. Hang up your NFTs, put a couch, make it a welcome area. Whatever you want to do in this area, you are welcome to do. But then you will also have this gateway right here that will gateway over into the island that you own. And so that's kind of the big thing right now, is having all of these different gateways and all these different ways of optimizing the world the best I can. Yes, Unreal Engine 5 does have a map partitioning aspect to it, but not everyone's graphics cards, not everyone's computers can actually run all of that. So I wanted it to be something where people could actually, right now we would actually have a load screen. It's not frozen, it's just trying to get over to that because the files are kind of big. And so as you can see, so this is the Hideaway Island that I just actually completely revamped again. But now we are out on its own individual level. and this actually has been, I'm actually pretty in shock right now, because this has been completely changed. So uh, we will get to that in just a moment. But as you can see, we went into another island. This is what people own. You can do anything that you want here with the tools and materials that we provide for free. Um, and so it's, it's going to be a lot of fun to see how people really build up their islands. University Island. This is where we are aiming to actually open up our own university through the state of Florida. This will take some time since we do have some things that we have to meet for state standards. But eventually this will have a college that people can attend. I want to try to change the way online education is done. And so being able to take your avatar in, be held accountable, professors can actually take attendance, more interactive ways for online learning than just death by PowerPoint, doing discussion boards. Lord knows we all hate that. If you've ever done it, it's terrible. So I really wanted to kind of change the way that online education is done by using the metaverse and using digital ways of interacting. And so this way we can still network, do all the ways that we see on regular campuses on how we, um, create our own networks of people that we want to work with versus just trying to communicate through, chat boards basically. So this will eventually be the house of the Isles of Meta University. But for now, I will be using it as, basically a free peer-to-peer area that people, if they want to come teach or anything, they can utilize the space. Whenever we do have the school operational, even if you're not a student, you'll be able to still go sit into the lecture halls and, learn, because that is the biggest thing in my world is that I still want people to always be able to learn, even if they can't afford to actually be a student. But the only difference is you won't be able to get like the diploma and the degree and things like that, but you should still be able to go in and learn if that is something that you truly want to do. But yeah, so that is the university. This is our OG islands, what we consider our OG islands. So phase, the 100, 2, 3, 4, and 500 block. So you have over here the 100, 200, 300, 4 and 5. These are all linked to the Flood Oasis, Mountain Forest, Hideaway, and Galactic. There are other subdivisions um, that I have not ported in over, but we will have other subdivisions that are tied to the rest of the islands. There are 1,000 of each of these, so each and every island has their own building. So whenever you mint an island, you actually have a building, you have some of the land around the building, and you have the island that it's attached to that you own in our metaverse, because every one of these has their own address. And so whenever you look at your key cards, you should have an address as the title, and that will tell you exactly what your address is in our metaverse. And so yeah, we wanted it to make it, feel more like home. It's not just a pixel on a map that you go, okay, this is mine. No, we will have an interactive map that people can click on and interact with. If you have the address, you can just go to the map, find the address, and click on it, and it'll drop you in the island. But we also wanted people to be able to um, walk through the world and see, okay, hey, this is like the casino island, this is the beach island, this is, a Japanese oasis, this is where we go to fully degen and it's only for, 21 and over, this one's only 18 and over, or whatever the case may be, because you guys will actually be able to lock your islands. So, if you want people to have a specific NFT to come out to your world, you can do that. If you want to have it as an open world and build up your own residential homes to, later down the road or as soon as possible, rent out, sell to other people, just to kind of create a residual income for yourself. That's the key with all of this, is creating income, creating entrepreneurship in the Web3 space. That is my goal. That's my drive, is to help people break away from the 9 to 5 aspect of how things are run now. This is our chance. This is a way for everybody to kind of create their own business, create a way for them to thrive immediately. So that, in anything that I can do or my team can do or anything, especially when we're live, because the world is not live yet. That's why we do what we're doing right now. Once the world is live, whatever we can do to help, whether you need help with development, whether you need help with other things, we are here. Just ask. Depending on the level of intricacies or anything like that, it depends on, maybe it's something as simple as remove the trees. Okay, cool. I can go in, delete it, nothing's gonna, we're not gonna charge you for that. That's goofy. But if you're like, hey, can you come build my island? We can work out a price point, and me or my team, or I can find somebody that can actually do it for you. And you can actually hire people to do it because people. That's another way that we're creating jobs, is world developers, is people that want to come in and build up islands for people. And I think that is an awesome way to earn some income, is people that don't have the time or don't have the creativity to build up their islands for the metaverse. You can hire people to do it. So I think that's a pretty cool job, I think. Now we have phase two. Goodness. Goodness. This has been a beast to completely update. Um, we have Gods Island over here. Gods, this is going to be a little fun surprise to show you guys. I do apologize if it's lagging a bit, but alright, phase two. You will see that we do have now the NFT Clinic Academy. This is Cisco and the Four Horsemen and his groups, if you guys know him. They're building, their academy building. Got a shot of the waterfall, then pan out of the aisle. That would be dope. Just a suggestion. Heck yeah, I can do that. But yeah, so here is their building. This is where their school will be held, any of their schooling stuff that they'll be doing. They have quite a few levels. They have bridge walkovers. This was actually, whenever we first started talking about the university or the academy for them, I immediately already had the design in my head on what I wanted to do for them. So that's one of my favorites. And then Meta Women, their central hub has also been updated and upgraded, so that it's as you can see, 5 floors. Everything that they want to do for their central hub will be right here. There is no gatewaying over to their central hub anymore. It'll be all in one-stop shop. Every area where you can just walk up the stairs. They'll be able to hold their galleries and different merch shops and everything that they want to do right here in this building. And so you don't have to wait anymore. There's no more waiting to get through. So I wanted to use all of their fun colors that they have for their projects. We have the pinks and the blues and the purples. It's a very fun building. We got their iconic fountain up here at the top. So of course we had to have that. But yeah, so I'm in the process of building this up still for them. I still have stairs and everything to put in, but it is in here, so they now have that upgrade. We do have the nice grass and everything. I can go into play mode here. Thank you guys, thank you. So it really did change the appearance of how the world is a bit. Changing all these buildings. Obviously, we're still gonna have the fun, tall skyscrapers that you see, but it just added that much more, that more realism to it, right? At least I feel like it. If you guys disagree, I will totally change this and we'll start from scratch again. But it just kind of made it. I still have, as you guys can see, I have some landscaping to do, make this look even better. But I think it'll be really awesome to have like these central hubs like this where you can actually see inside, right? So yeah, and Cisco's area definitely changed the skyline quite a bit. I love it. Absolutely love it over there. So Goat Gods, I did have to I'm revamping completely. After talking with John and knowing exactly what he wanted. He wanted some snow-capped mountains. I've been hearing a lot about snow-capped mountains, so I had to, I wanted to really create a new dynamic for his A subdivision and how this interacts, going along with how the lore and everything of Goat Gods. If you have a Goat Gods, you now have this fun transition whenever you come into Goat Gods A subdivision. I gotta find it real quick now. Crap. I hyped it up and now it's like Did I angle it off wrong? Give me 1 sec. Let's see. Play. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Alright. Let's try this again. There we go. You run into goat gods, you will be greeted with a nice little like, what just happened? And you're kind of transported to another world. So goat gods area will look like this and have this nice, beautiful purpley hue to it. And then as soon as you run out of it, you kind of just transform back into your normal self. So that's the fun thing I'm doing. I did for goat gods over there. So eventually there will be the nice mountain range that does come through here, and so you'll be running through the cave and it will transform into that at that point. Monkey reject over here, we are having to revamp this area, put some new trees in. The other trees did not come over properly, but as you can see they do have their addresses. The tree houses are beautiful. With the regular grass, it's just even better. So now we really have this dirt path and everything with the grass randomly growing up through it. So yeah. Cha-Cha Van's over here. Has a brand new campsite, which is really cool. Manchez is actually getting us something pretty special for over here. That's why you don't see the Cha-Cha Vans. Exactly, Vampeel, exactly. That's really the whole big thing with going over there is, you know, Goat Gods is just this whole really cool mythical thing that I really want to just capture their lore because the lore is just amazing. And so yeah, so the Cha-Chas, we are waiting on some new Cha-Chas. So that's why the Cha-Chas are not in right now. My little jelly beans are not in right now. They are all out waiting to come into the campground. So, but we have this really cool now campground. Like, it looks like you can legitimately come camping over here. You guys will have this space to put up your picnic tables, put up a tent, whatever you want to do with your space over here. Um, you will have it. So Rekt Rabbits and Project S.A.U.L's A subdivisions have not been developed yet because I've started doing all this amazing work with upgrading everything. But Rekt Rabbits A subdivision will be right here behind Neural AI's uh, building right here. So Rekt Rabbits A subdivision, you guys will be over here. Project S.A.U.L subdivision will be over here. Project S.A.U.L will and Rekt Rabbits will also have some pretty cool transformations like Goat Gods because there is some really cool lore in there. When it comes to Neural's AI's galleries, for those that have not seen this yet, we do have arts of work put in here for display. Whoa, don't go under there. I do have to lower the ground, so don't pay mind to the grass that's popping up in this floor. Just ignore that. It won't be there. I still just have some work to do in here. But as you can see, there are lights hanging down, putting some really cool casts onto the pieces of work here. We still have a lot of the same architecture that's around the billboards and the other buildings and everything, the library. Enlighten's conservation education area. So there's still a lot of the same stuff that's going on here, but no, just upgrading it. Looks like a white sandy beach with the grass going through. I know. It's not meant to. And then Hurmie's stadium will be in this area as well. And that will pretty much wrap up phase 2. Our phase 3 main island, Once Upon a Time. So this will be where the lore of Isles comes into play. So this is more of the fantasy world. So we'll have the castles and the dragons and all the fantasy creatures that you could imagine, plus having more of like your Red Riding Hood rustic in the woods type fantasy over here, and then like more of a modern day futuristic fantasy once upon a time area in this area. So we'll be dividing this island up quite a bit, just to kind of account for all the different ways that we can, you know, dream up a world, right? And so that's all about Once Upon a Time. This has a lot of awesome collabs in it and a lot of authors coming into the world with this through the bookstores or anything that we have planned. This is really about me being able to show off a little bit of our new stuff that we have and being able to build up awesome new buildings and assets that we have brought into the world. So once this loads up, I can show you in play mode what this looks like inside. His projects are really based around, like, you know, really finding your inner peace, meditation, and positive energy. And, you know, they have some really awesome PFPs that they do. So I got some PFPs, or NFT PFPs hung up. So he's also a awesome YouTuber. So as you can see, here's his NFTs. He can put a receptionist right here, someone to welcome everybody in. He has 2 merch stores, and all this stuff, you guys, is all available to you. All of these different things will be available to you to build up with. I do all of my builds modularly. I've said that time and time and time again. Anything I build, I just do it completely with the assets that are available and what you guys have. So I want to demonstrate what you guys are actually able to do and build. So here's his office. Pretty awesome view. I look forward to some streams in here. He does have a bridge over here, kind of bridge this way. There's a lounge right here. There are some random birds floating through, so, you know, they just kind of got crazy and wild and wanted to come and hang out inside. And then upstairs, I still have to finish this. This is still a work in progress. So upstairs, he's going to have a nice lounge, sitting area and whatnot. So that he has more sitting room up here for anyone in his community and anybody that's kind of stopping by to hang out, so they can do this. This one is for phase 3. This is Once Upon a Time, but this is Sessions building. So I believe he's, yeah, Session Studios is what he's named this building. And so then this down here will be where his gallery is, and then his meditation area. He'll be out here doing positive affirmations and kind of just getting everybody hyped up and, you know, bringing good energy into the world. Okay, so here is Flat Oasis. It's upgrade. It's not much. It's not much. You know, Flat Oasis is my simple island. This is what everyone loves about it. It's, you know, it's easy to build on. There's nothing really getting in the way. Um, it is just a very awesome piece of land that you can do literally anything with. Um, I do have some rocks. The rocks can be deleted. Don't worry. I can take them out. But it was just a nice little touch, right? Like, it just gives some characteristic to it. Yeah, the animals won't look different. I'm just going to be adding new animals to the world. I do have them ready to go. I just have not put them in yet. I needed to make sure everything else worked first before I start adding more to it. Yeah, so here is Flat Oasis. I did actually deepen the ocean. So you guys actually have a very pretty nice ocean down here. I do have some work to do on the ocean front, making sure that that looks the best that it can. Alright, so here's Mountain. Mountain Island has some really cool things in the distance. I've made it a little bit foggy. It does get brighter. I just have it set at sunset because I just like how the islands look at sunset. Whenever I'm working on them, I think it just really makes them special. Very, very, very special. Yes, please. So you still have the different areas up at the top. Gonna build an underwater NFT display. Heck yeah, let's go. So you still have the building areas up top, and over here this flat area, and then the one up top up here. I did not take those away. We landed in Hideaway just a little bit earlier in the tour, the second version, and so this is now the upgraded version for Hideaway. So we do have some new areas up here to build on. This was the biggest thing that I've heard is people really wanting areas up top or up in the mountains to actually build on whenever I do have mountain areas. And so I wanted to try to give more areas like that to build up on. Sorry, I'm trying to watch my OBS and make sure it's not too laggy. Let me know if it is lagging really bad, guys. So we do have that. We also have over here. Then we have out in the distance the mountains as well. Galactic, oh, as we can see, the water has not been brought in. I have, like I said, I have not touched this since I've been trying to do all the updates and upgrades. Are there bonsai tree plugins to decorate the houses with? Yes, we do have bonsai trees already. So as you can see, so Galactic, as it sits right now, again, I will probably have this updated and upgraded, probably in the next week or so. Project S.A.U.L is my 7,000 acre island. It looks like a desert right now. So yeah, we'll look at this in the original file too. But this is the 7,000 acre island. That is just incredible. It's supposed to be Mars based. Yeah, we won't spend too much time on here for right now. Rekt Rabbit's the one that just started minting yesterday. No, yes, yesterday. Everyone's always asked me what my favorite island is. And I've never been actually able to tell anybody because I've never really I love them all. They're all so unique, and especially with all the upgrades we're doing and everything. But I think this would have to be this would have to be my favorite. I had a lot of fun doing like a cyberpunk theme, atmosphere, and just really, you know, getting to develop. Like this is besides Project S.A.U.L, which is Mars based. There's not a lot of, you know, different intricate colors or anything detail that I can put into it in that sense. This is the first one really to get utilization from the start with the new assets and new grounds and things that we have. And so I really got to hone in on my, you know, capabilities with, you know, more advanced tools and aspects to create something with. And so I would have to say the way this one came out, the way it looks, Rekt Rabbit's, it is my favorite right now. Now this could change the more I develop and the more things that we create. Um, but this look right here. Alright, so one, this actually gives you a good view of the sand now. So we have actually like some pretty nice, really shelly sand. Completely sold. Was planning on minting anyway, but will be as soon as it ends. Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah, Swiss banks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, but this right here, I could stand, like I actually have something like, I have one of these screen grabs as my actual wallpaper for my phone. Um, because this turned out incredible. Um, I had a vision in my head about how I wanted it to look, and it just was exactly what I wanted. So, um, we do have these really cool glowy rocks that you'll see throughout the world now. Um, yeah, so that is a rabbit that is definitely wrecked at this point. So we're still waiting for the update to kick in apparently. Um, but this is forest. As you can see, like the shoreline is not correct with the plugin. Um, but I need to get into either play mode here. No, you just want to stay there. That's cool. Anyway. Alright, so we do have our forest island now. So I have listened. A lot of people were asking for less trees on forest, a little bit different setup. So I was trying to listen to you guys and give that to you. Um, but the house is still the same, as you can see. The view from the upstairs of the house. And then we do have our own river system now. So yeah, that is forest's upgrade. Um, I really do try to put as much as I can back into the project to make sure that this is exactly what you guys deserve to be playing in, and you know, growing your businesses and growing your NFT communities in. Um, I'm not doing anything, you know, anywhere, you know, just doing it halfway. Like that's not something I want to do. If I'm gonna do it, we're gonna go big or go home. Clearly, with 7,000 acre islands. Lord help us. But yeah, so here's Project S.A.U.L. Um, You do also have the special thing that I've included with this, and Manchez is going to be rigging up for us, is this drone. You'll be able to go first or third person in it and fly around. You do get that with the island. Little helipad, basically. Whoa, slow my camera down a little bit. There's a little soul. Alright, for those that haven't seen this, Monkey Rejects is named after the Solana Monkey Reject project. They're pretty adorable monkeys. Our daughter absolutely loves them. They are very, uh, just a lot of fun, and the community is amazing. Adam, Lemon Scented, the developer over there, incredible person. Um, Very kind, and he's getting the avatars ready for the metaverse itself, so he had to actually create the entire body for them and get them completely ready to come in. So you'll be able to see the monkey swinging from the trees, climbing, and everything if you have those avatars. But if you are not a monkey and you cannot climb, we do have these awesome rope bridges that head up to the tree house. That is the um, gateway house into Monkey Rejects. There are two of them on the island to utilize if you have it. Um, but yeah. There is a really awesome cave system over here that cuts through the mountains. You are free to build in these. So Chacha will also be getting a caves in the mountains. My eyes just got huge. Yes, yes. There's a couple islands that have the cave systems in them. So Cha-Cha Vance is another one that does have it. Cha-Cha Vance will be getting a pretty big upgrade um, whenever I get started on this one. But yes, their big thing, they wanted a racetrack, Mario Kart style racetrack for their Cha-Cha Vance, and no Mario Race Kart track is complete without any kind of like hidden or small shortcuts or anything like that. So look for the shortcuts whenever you are racing around the island. But be wary, there is a very treacherous bridge. I am not revamping this bridge. This bridge is going to stay the same because I have been dying laughing watching Manchez try to navigate this one. Whenever he gives tours, it is probably one of the biggest highlights I see whenever we do these. So next time we are in Discord and he has his Unreal Engine up, please feel free to come see it. It's amazing that he's actually gotten them to where they don't completely just bounce off the bridge. Um, but it's a ton of fun. But they are also the first one to have a weather system, any kind of weather system in our world. So they're different biomes and everything. They wanted snow, and so we have snow. Um, John is completely just incredible person. He has a lot of big ideas and an awesome community behind him. He performs music. He's, an artist. He does all these other crazy things that, most of us could only dream about doing. So, uh, being able to create and collab with their community for their Goat God Island was just a very awesome opportunity. And so originally I did have the regular goat on there, but they wanted to do the skull instead. And so once I start revamping this, it'll be even more detailed and just have a little bit more different aspects to it. So that'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so like almost every Phase 2 island has some kind of cave system. Almost every one of them. That's funny. Central Hub is a big thing because this is where all the phases you'll be able to go to. If you don't decide on an actual place to land whenever you come into Isles, this will be your landing hub. And so every one of these bridges will be dedicated to one of the phases. So Phase 1, Phase 2, so University Island, City Center, Once Upon a Time, and whatever we decide Phase 4 and Phase 5 will be. All of the community areas will be on there. And then up here on this big bridge, which is pretty awesome in my opinion, is any metaverse that we create, or whenever the technology allows us to do so, we will be putting all of the different metaverses up on this big bridge and literally bridging the metaverses together. So, in the years to come, when we create new metaverses or Decentraland or Sandbox, we can go into those. They will be up on that area. All of the Freeman Islands, they are all the same shape. They all just have different attributes to them. Um, yeah, so here's the first one. Like I said, still work to be done. So we won't spend too much time on these. So and these are ready-made houses. So you guys will be able to drag and drop these into your worlds on your islands. You don't have to actually modularly build these, just so you know. Alright, last but not least is the alien one. I think this is everyone's favorite out of the different free mints. Alright, so that does conclude our tour of the world. All of our upgrades, all of our updates, everything that I can show you at this moment. we have actually gone through. So it's incredible to see the growth, at least in my perspective, of where we're at, where we're going. Um, and I do thank everybody for coming and hanging out. We took an hour. We did that in an hour. That's amazing. That's absolutely incredible to know that we can at least do a quick run through of the full world in about an hour. Granted, we did not show the subdivisions and how some of the other different things work, but we are, I want to keep it to where people are actually really wanting to tune in and watch the whole thing. Um, but yeah, I mean, we showed the gateways, we showed how the islands look, we showed all the upgrades. So yeah, no, we really, I didn't go into the shooting center, I didn't go into the library or anything like that. But those are some really fascinating places to see on another tour once we get going on that. But yeah, I'm going to be hopping into our Discord here shortly. If anybody does want to come in, ask some questions, or go into full detail on what we're looking at or anything like that, we'll be in there for about a half hour to an hour, um, and then we'll kind of call it a day because I will be off for the next week. So if you do need anything, don't hesitate to ping Drew or Ryan or Angie. They will be more than happy to answer any questions that they can. If they don't know the answer, I'm sure they know how to reach me at some point and, get the answer some way.